the last undercard.
The last undercard match, and I'm pretty excited about this match.
I'm pretty excited about this one too. I mean,
There's some. Okay, so it's we're gonna have Donka, Dan Rise, originally from Maryland, been living in Philly for school, and he came up during the Doylestown with the Doylestown crew, and he uses Makoto, and you know that he spent a lot of time in Japan, owning his craft, and he's gonna be going up.
He's been studying with the Makoto greats out there. I mean,
yes,
I'm sure if you guys heard of Tominaga, Mimura, you guys heard of all of them, and he's been studying with them. I mean, he's been, trying to learn the best way his character can play, and he's definitely come back, and he's come back with a head full of information, compared to what he used to have. So he definitely knows matchups a lot better. He knows the game a lot better. And, we're providing him a very difficult challenge playing against Adam.
Now, Adam hasn't, been on the scene recently.
As much as you guys know.
He was at the last Fight Club. He was a last-minute replacement for Ahmed and Exo's team. And you could clearly see that he was rusty. But his claim to fame is actually getting third place at the 25th anniversary New York Third Strike qualifier tournament.
Out of nowhere.
Of course, Nica won that tournament. I don't know if it was out of nowhere, but Adam definitely turned a lot of heads. I know one head he particularly turned.
Shinsei.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Shinsei.
He made a lot of people salty, particularly his own brother, Ahmed.
Yeah, I mean...
that's going to be a match that's going to happen.
I mean, he has a knack for making people salty. I mean, if you think about it, I mean, he made Chris G salty. He made his brother salty. Yeah. I mean, that's one of the biggest things. Like, how do you make your own brother salty in a tournament? And that's saying something.
So here's the thing, though. So Adam, he's one of those players that plays multiple characters. We were assuming that he was going to use Chun, the player that the character that he rolled with for most of that 25th anniversary tournament. But we learned recently,
literally a couple of days ago,
from a very good source, that he might use Yun.
Yeah.
And
I'm
not really sure about this choice.
It completely changed the outlook of this matchup. I mean,
and so you know what, Lloyd, I'm not even gonna waste time talking about if Adam uses Yun. I'm not even gonna I don't even want to talk about it. It's to me.
He's gonna lose.
I'm not even gonna say either way. I don't think it's worth talking about it. Because the match that I want to see. The match that
everybody wants to see. The match that everybody is expecting.
Is Dan Rise's Makoto versus Adam's Chun.
Yeah. Now, you guys have to understand that Adam, he has great reactions. I mean, his reactions are not as good as mine, but his reactions are really, really well placed.
And his execution
is good as well.
Very good.
When he's on point.
Yes. I think, in terms of the hierarchy of execution, he might be second best in the East Coast.
Yeah, I mean, there are times where he has better execution than me. I mean, he's good like that. However, when it comes to pressure situations, he folds so rapidly.
Oh.
He flops so bad that he seems like a different player altogether. So
I think Adam's definitely a player that's more comfortable when he's in control.
Yeah, of course. I mean, everybody is
controlling the pace. Well, not everyone. There's a lot of people who are really good at scrambling and stuff like that. But
yeah, true, like Rage and.
But Adam, his execution is really good. He's been practicing lately. That's a big thing too. I want to know if you've been practicing. I don't know how much Dan Rise has been practicing, but Dan Rise's execution is pretty good too.
Mm-hmm.
So
on top of that, he uses Makoto
and he has the 100% down.
Yeah. Now that's the thing too.
That's another thing too. So that's a debate that we can get into. SA1 or SA2 for Makoto for Donka.
If it depends on which character he plays. If he plays against
like I said, we're not going to talk about any other character he's going to use. We're talking about he's going to use. He's going to use Chun.
Okay,
Okay.
assuming that Adam uses chun, he's gonna go with super one. Not because he's not he doesn't know
Really?
the 100% with chun. Because obviously the 100% on chun is different compared to the other characters. It requires much more accuracy
Mm-hmm.
in terms of setting it up, in terms of getting the right moment down
Mm-hmm.
to do the fukiyage. So it's a lot harder to get down, but at the same time, Chun's stun bar is it builds up so fast that he can definitely use Super 2
Mm-hmm.
and kill her. But personally, I think he's gonna go with Super 1 if he uses Chun. Well, all things considered, when he uses Chun.
Mm.
So, I mean, obviously, Super 1 is the best choice. I mean, because, you have plenty of options. You can confirm it off of a lot of
Mm-hmm.
things. Uh, if Adam happens to whiff a Standing Fierce and Dan Rice punishes with low strong into Hayate, he can go into Super off of that.
Mm-hmm.
So there's so many ways for him to confirm off it. But not only that, it makes it scary for Adam because one super, and that's like half your life gone. So
Mm-hmm.
so th- in that sense, I think he's gonna go with Super One, like hands down, Super One.
Mm.
However, if by some godly chance, some leap of faith that he happened to pick a different character, he's gonna pick Super Two, hands down, for sure. Even against Yun, even against Ken, he's gonna go for the 100% no matter what, and
This
he will get it.
this match is I don't know. It's
At first, we were thinking
I
in the.
think this is what I think. I think it's either going to be really close
Mhm.
or Dan Rice is going to body Adam. I don't think Adam's going to body Dan Rice.
You don't think it's gonna go in his favor?
I don't think Adam can clean sweep. I don't think Adam can beat I don't think Adam can beat Dan Rice with a clean sweep.
Mhm.
I really don't think so. You know. So I don't know.
I mean, and I'm sure he probably just got a text from one of our viewers, but yeah. I mean, looking in hindsight, looking at the way they both played at the last Fight Club, I mean, obviously Adam was the lesser of the two, whereas Dan Rice he played really solid at the last
Mhm.
Fight Club. I mean, he was basically the MVP of his team. I mean,
Mhm.
like he basically carried his team almost,
Mhm.
and they got third place, and they did pretty well. But at this point, when it comes to Adam practicing, it's a different story. Now, that's not to say that if Adam was to practice with Young, would he win? Because he obviously won't. Because
Again, I don't want to.
it's a completely different
I
story.
don't want to talk about Adam
Yeah, I mean, but
using anyone other than Shun. Okay, it's not. It's not gonna happen. All right. It's just not. It's not gonna happen.
yeah.
I do not want Adam to use anyone but Chun.
Mhm.
Adam needs to stick with Chun because that's the
But
match I want to see.
it's not our choice. I mean, he's open to pick different characters, and
Yeah, it's his money.
I mean, yeah, that's true. I mean,
And
you
remember,
gotta,
guys, all
remember.
all these matches are for money.
Yeah.
Okay, a minimum 20. Okay, so we'll. So I don't know. It seems like chump change, but there's more.
I mean,
It's more pride on the line
there's more.
too.
That $20 is added towards everything else, towards the way the community will look at you if you get bodied.
And I don't I don't want to I'm not somebody to start shit, right? But I don't know how much respect these two players have for one another.
That too. I mean, they both have
don't know.
contrasting styles. I mean, like one of them plays really smart, but then the other one guesses, and
I don't know. I don't know how much
And-
respect these two have for one another. I guess we're gonna find out when we interview them before their match.
yeah,
Maybe,
I mean,
but
knowing them, they might be the type to say like, oh yeah, I'm cool with them,
yeah.
whatever. Like it's gonna be for fun, but deep down inside, no matter how much fun you guys have when it comes to playing in a one-on-one match, you're gonna feel something right here.
Mhm.
It's gonna be right here, and you're gonna feel it whether you win or lose. You're gonna want to just bop the other person, like it doesn't matter how humble you are. You could be fucking Daigo. I don't care who you are. You're gonna feel that itch to beat that other person badly, and that's what's gonna happen here. I mean, they're gonna go ham on each other, and it's gonna be exciting to see that. But at the same time, I just don't want to be disappointed.
Okay, so what's bottom line prediction?
Bottom
Remember,
line,
if Adam's using Chun.
if Adam is using Chun, it's gonna be 3-2, but
3-2. Okay. Okay.
to be continued.
Wow.
No, I'm just kidding. No, it's gonna be 3-2.
I know you want to say Dan Rose. I know you do. I know you do. You want Adam to win, but you're.
I don't want him to win.
You
Like
know?
you want them to win, but you don't want them to win.
No, okay.
I think
You have to think about this objectively.
If Adam picks Chun from the start, and if he plays the way I'm assuming he's gonna play, he's gonna win 3-2.
Adam.
Adam is gonna win 3-2 if he plays the way I'm assuming he's going to, and that's saying something because I assume a lot from him. So if he plays any less than what I'm assuming, he's going to lose.
So you got to be firm though. It's 3-2.
No,
Adam.
no, it's 3-2 Adam for
right?
sure.
Okay.
But I'm just saying, if I see him play any less than what I see on the day of, he's gonna lose. Like,
Okay.
but 3-2 for sure, Adam. If he picks Chun.
Yeah.
If he picks Chun.
He's gonna pick Chun. Because if he doesn't pick Chun, I'm gonna shut the stream down. You hear that, Adam? If you pick someone other than Chun, no one is gonna see your match. All right. Tell you that. Gotta pick Chun. All right.
He's not gonna shut the stream down.
Yeah, I'm gonna shut the stream down. Shut it down. I'm gonna shut it down. Okay.
But
Okay. I'll record it, but I'll shut it down. Though. You won't see it live. I'll record it. Okay.
so what's your thing? Nica, Makoto from Philly.
This is so hard. Jesus.
Versus Adam. Third place, 25th anniversary. Look at his execution right here.
I know, right? It's like every time we go to that Chinese place near next level, it's like, do I get the boneless spare rib or the curry chicken?
I know.
It's so, like, they're both godlike.
Uh-huh. And it's only a 3 out of 5, too.
And you know what the shitty thing about that choice is? It's like there is no, one day I feel like curry chicken and I don't feel like boneless spare rib. Or one day I feel like curry chicken and I don't feel like boneless spare rib. Like, I always...
No, you want both of them.
Oh, my God. Yeah. Mm-hmm. There's so many times, I know I'm going to sound like a real fat ass, but there's so many times when I just want to, like, order both of them. You know?
Yeah.
Just like
you
half
want both
chicken,
of them to win.
half boneless spare rib.
Yeah, you want both of them to win, of course. It's
This is a match that needs needs first to 5.
It's one of those that needs a first to 5
I'm gonna
to be
say
definitive.
this right now, okay? If Dan Rise and Adam want to up the stakes a little bit, we will be open to first to 5 because I don't know if first to 3 is enough.
If you were to be the hype man, who would you be the hype man for?
Like who would I cheer for?
Mm-hmm. Personally, I would cheer for Dan Rice.
I would cheer for Dan Rise because Adam has like the greatest hype man in his quarter.
Yeah,
which is
he has his teammates,
which is his brother, right? I mean,
yeah.
You know, Ahmed is just, you know,
that's probably him right now.
Yeah, right. Oh my gosh.
But I mean, it's hard to tell because I mean, you know, they're both good players in the sense that, like, you know, if you give them momentum, they'll cash in on it. You know, they'll take it to the bank. You know, so such a hard choice. But like I said, I picked 3-2 Adam if you pick Chun. So,
you know, we should. Frankie 3S is texting me a lot. You know what I think I should do?
What?
I think I should bring him in on this. You know,
ooh,
call him. You know, what if I call Frankie 3S? You know, I think I could plug the phone right into the feed, maybe. I wonder if I know how to do that. Yeah, that's weird. I'm not really sure. Maybe I could just put it on speaker.
Just put him on speaker.
Yeah, maybe put him on speaker. Let's see if the stream wants us
So
to
we're
hear him.
about to
I'm gonna call
get something
Frankie
really
3S
exciting going on.
I need to know what he thinks about. Okay, so let's see. Let's see if he can hear us. Let's see if he answers.
That's who, yeah. But he's texting you, so.
He's texting me, so he should be. All right. So we're. Hey, what's up, Frankie?
Yo, yo.
So, can you hear yourself on the stream?
I don't know. I'm away from it right now.
All right, so we're talking about Adam versus Danrise right now.
Right.
And
You know what? You had said something really important is that they don't respect each other.
No, I didn't say that they didn't respect each other. I said that I'm not sure what level of respect they have towards one another. That's a difference. I don't want to.
Just call the thing a thing right now.
Okay, well, you can call a thing a thing, but I'm not going to call a thing a thing, all right?
All right. I don't think that Dan is that same little white boy free Japan, so he has no respect for him.
Oh,
And Megan doesn't know Adam from another, Arab guy who, in the corner stores. They don't know each other.
and this is New York shit talk too, guys.
A lot of disrespectful play. Not gonna be patient, and if that's the case, I'm gonna give it to Danka.
Oh! Oh! Isn't Adam your teammate? Isn't Adam your teammate this weekend?
Yeah, but listen, I said if they both play disrespectfully and they're both impatient, Makoto always has the edge in that match.
Yeah.
That makes sense, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
If Adam gives him that respect, then I think he can slow him down. If he slows him down, then it's a wrap. But if he wants to play disrespectfully, he's going to be throwing out those far faces. They're going to get parried, and Danka's going to get his rocks off. But it's going to be interesting. I can't wait. It's going to be 3-2 either way.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm just not sure. I vote to make it a first to 5, but I don't know.
I
I
mean,
like it. I think they're both skilled enough, and they've earned that right to have a first to 5.
All right. So again,
If you gave Holdown and Rage a first to 5,
yeah, I know. Man, I like all the things you said there, Frankie. I think Adam needs to. Yeah, maybe if Adam plays disrespectfully, Danrise can surprise him. So, all right. So,
either way.
so for those of you guys who couldn't really hear or anything, Frankie is basically saying that if both players do not respect each other, and if they play, I guess if they both play balls out, with no respect, then Danrise is gonna win that. He's gonna win that match, I guess, free.
free?
Would you say that?
No, not free.
Oh wait, no, he said 3-2 actually.
3-2.
So he's gonna win it 3-2 for sure. Whereas if it goes in the way of Adam, where he plays a lot slower and he plays with more respect than he should, then he'll come out on top with 3-2.
Okay.
So by all accounts, it's gonna be 3-2, and it's gonna be a tough matchup to determine. So, but I already gave mine in, and I already said if Adam is picking Chun, then it's gonna be 3-2 Adam. But of course, anything other than that, and he's gonna lose.
Yeah, definitely.
So, I mean, he may be watching. His brother may be watching, but everybody knows he's gonna lose if he picks a different character.
All right, Frankie. So, thanks for that insight.
Anytime.
We're gonna try to figure out a way to plug you directly into the mixer so people can hear you.
That'd be sick. Sports Center calls, right? First take hotline.
Hell yeah.
Yep.
First take. Yes. All right, Frankie. I'll let you go.
All right, later, brother.
So you heard it from there, Frankie.
Who is actually Adam's teammate
Picking Danrise over
over his own teammate, and this is their team. It's Adam, Ahmed, and Frankie, and you had both of the brothers with Frankie. And Frankie, he was on our team last time, and he played pretty solid, and he saved our team a couple of times. So, that type of team, it's a really strong team. But the fact that he's not betting against his teammate, but basically counseling against the idea of if they don't respect each other, he's gonna lose. That's saying something.
Yeah, it's funny because it's the complete opposite. Danrise needs to play disrespectful.
Yeah. Yeah. Damn right. I mean, as Makoto, you have to play disrespectful.
Especially considering Adam doesn't respond all that well to pressure.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, if Danrise wants to win, he needs to go in.
And he has to watch Adam, because Adam, he'll look at something like a certain specific situation, and he'll say, okay, he's gonna do that again the next time.
And Adam needs to lame Donka out.
Yeah. Yeah, he cannot rush him down.
Because if Adam can be, like, his defense can be amazing, so.
Yeah. Adam is so he's so into the idea that, okay, he's just gonna sit back and get me into the corner. He's gonna want to get a command grab on me. No, he's changed. He's not like that no more.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he uses a lot more normals. He uses a lot more whiffs into command grabs. So he's got to watch out for that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a tough call to make, but as everybody said, it's gonna be 3-2 somebody.
Yeah.
So
all right, I'm gonna pick. I'm gonna pick Danrise. I'm gonna pick Danrise 3-1.
3-1.
Yes, because the thing that Frankie told me, I don't know if anyone can convince Adam
to have respect for
to
Danrise.
have respect for Danrise.
Yeah.
And
in a 3, well, is it gonna be first to 5 or?
Okay, if it's
that actually changes things too.
Yeah, if those 2 extra matches, Adam. I like Adam in a first to 5. I like Danrise in a first to 3. Sorry.
Yeah.
That's what I do. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's that.
So yeah, guys, don't forget that all this stuff is happening this weekend, May 29th and 30th. Please feel free to spread the link for the Twitch channel, twitch.tv/nica_ko, and you guys will be able to catch us on the stream at 5 o'clock on Friday. So also be sure to follow us on This Is Third Strike on Facebook and Twitter. And you'll stay up to date on the timings and everything for the tournament. So also the Teespring store, obviously, support us with this sexy ass Third Strike Fight Club shirt that this guy made right here. So be on the lookout for all this stuff, guys. And I mean, these things are going to be very serious. So a lot of stuff to look forward to after the team tournament. And that's the point, even though tournaments may end, what matters is what happens afterwards, and there's going to be some serious shit going down after the tournament.
I think so. I hope there's a lot of hype. So, all right. So now that we've ran through pretty much the entire undercard, basically for Fight Club 3, we're going to have a double main event. And seeing that the Japanese are here. Remember that in attendance this weekend is going to be RKF, which is a name that goes way back. He was one of the very first Urien pioneers. Everyone has heard of RX, but RKF has contributed just as much to the development of playing Urien. He is an amazing technician.
Some combos he's actually credited with being the pioneer of. I mean, he's actually created some combos that nobody else has ever done before, and he's made it to the point where these combos are practical for him. And it gets to the point where if he has meter and if he catches you with a crouching fierce, you're dead.
Yeah, if he touches you, you're dead.
It's no different than having a Makoto catch you with the command grab in the corner and doing 100% stun and killing you for it. So it's no different than that. So.
And just think about it. Just close your eyes, Stream Monsters, and imagine playing a Urien player that never messes up. Like, that's about as close to RKF as you're going to get. Now, are we saying that he's perfect? Of course not.
Nope.
He's going to mess up. He's human.
Yeah.
But the likelihood of him messing up, especially if he hits you with a crouching fierce that he set up.
Yeah.
If
he makes you whiff a grab,
he doesn't even need a crouching fierce. He may read a jump, hit you with an EX headbutt.
Standing strong into EX headbutt.
It's pretty rough.
Yeah.
And so anyway, and also the second Japanese player who really needs no introduction.
Yeah.
Everybody
knows who he is.
Everyone knows him.
Like if you're in the Third Strike community for the past couple of years, you know who this guy is, and he needs no introduction. I mean, he's known as one of the more Jungle Strike Denshin Ryu players there is,
Mm-hmm.
and that is Vanao. Uh, obviously he's a crazy player as we said before, but on top of that, he's actually one of the more smart, one of the smartest third strike players there is. I mean, almost not on par with Kuroda, but he definitely knows everything there is to know. Almost everything there is to know about third strike. In terms of game mechanics, in terms of matchups.
Mm-hmm.
You know, his knowledge of the game is beyond anything we can imagine. So taking that into account with the fact that he knows a bunch of other characters, it it goes a long way to say that he's coming here, and he's gonna try to show us how it's done.
Mm-hmm.
So just keep that in mind whenever you guys see him play.
Yeah.
It's gonna be trouble. So we got these two guys playing, and for the main event, we're gonna have three players versus each of them.
Mm-hmm.
So they're each gonna get three matches, uh, all of them first to three, and the first one that we're gonna start off with RKF because people need an introduction to who he is. They need to know what he's about, how his Urien plays, and they may get an introduction in the team tournament or in the high roller tournament. But by the time the fight card comes out, you will know what he is capable of.
So basically, again, guys, for Fight Club 3, it's going to be a double main event. And each of the Japanese players are going to play three separate
First to threes.
first to three separate 3 out of 5 matches. And also, in addition to the Japanese players, we have one of the more popular American Third Strike players in recent history, 5-star,
Mm-hmm.
straight from Southern California. And seeing is that all three of them are our guests, all three of them are going to be in the main event. And so, as Lloyd said, the first 3 out of 5 gauntlet match will pit RKF versus three separate players, 5-star, myself, and Frankie 3S. And obviously, I'm not going to say anything about my own match, but
Don't get it for just a little note. Frankie 3S that we're talking about is not the old school Frankie 3S that everybody knows. So please don't get that confused. This is a new Frankie 3S that we're talking about.
mhm.
He is the local New York Frankie.
He's the guy who we just finished talking to. So.
Yeah, and don't get us wrong. He's just because he's not a refresh it. Just because he's not well known as the original Frankie 3S, his skill is well up there, and he's definitely capable of playing toe to toe with the Japanese players if he's on his game. And when it comes to showing up here and playing against RKF, we personally think it's going to be a great match to see when it comes to him playing them. So it's hard to call it with Frankie versus RKF because Frankie obviously he's well known for his reactions and his execution, whereas RKF he's known for obviously he's just overall a great player, and it's just hard to tell how well things are gonna go for Frankie, simply because of the way RKF plays. I mean he's very solid in the sense that he knows his way around the normals, but with Frankie using Ken, he has a definite advantage because he's using Ken. So it's hard to call it, like I said, but I mean I think the unfamiliarity with Frankie is gonna give him a little advantage, but it's gonna be hard to say because Frankie's never played a high level Urien as RKF, and I've personally played him myself, and me and him we went back and forth with Urien versus Yang, and this is RKF playing with like no sleep and freaking on Red Bulls, so it's gonna be something different to see him well rested and ready to go versus Frankie. So in this match, I would probably say it's gonna be 3-2 somebody.
Um,
Obviously, I can't. I don't want to be, I don't want to be the type of person to like take sides because I'm cool with RKF, but I'm also cool with Frankie. But yeah.
the Japanese are our guests, we obviously respect them
Mm-hmm.
because they're amazing at this game. But damn it, I'm gonna root for the Americans.
Yeah, of course. I mean, you have
Right?
to.
I'm gonna root for the USA. So I'm gonna be pulling for Frankie. Um, I think the key to Frankie is he needs to play more aggressive. He
Mm-hmm.
needs to smart aggressive, and he knows how to do that.
Yeah. I mean,
He's
it's one thing to have the mix-ups, but it's
Mhm.
another to just keep it simple and
Mhm.
you know commit to your offense. Like,
Mhm.
don't just go for standing strong and then look for the red parry. You know, go for freaking hold that. Go for short or something. You know that. I apologize. We have hold that in the stream, but yeah. I mean, with in all seriousness, with Frankie, I mean, he's definitely capable of taking it to RKF, but he has to limit his mistakes first and foremost,
Mhm.
and then on top of that, he has to make sure that he capitalizes on the punishments he makes.
Mhm.
I mean, if he gets a short, he has to make sure that that's gonna go into super. So not on top of that, he has to know the matchup, which he's definitely comfortable with the matchups. I mean,
Mhm.
that's one of the good things about Frankie too is that he knows the matchups. So especially against RKF, he'll do fine in that regard. But the mistakes part is what worries me.
Oh snap! I think I. Hold up. I think I do have the cable to
What
plug my phone into the mixer.
you want to look for it?
Yeah.
I'll talk to them about the other ones.
Yeah. I'm gonna do
I'll
that.
talk to them about your match. So the next one we have.
3-0 RKF.
You're stupid. No, in all seriousness, we have RKF. Well, we went through RKF versus Frankie, which is most likely going to be 3-2 somebody. Personally, I want it to be 3-2 Frankie because I want everybody to know what he's all about because a lot of people sleep on him, so it's going to be hard to call that one, but like I said 3-2. But the next one we have is RKF versus Mutant XP, which is our very own Mutant XP. Excuse me. And obviously he's gonna be playing Necro in that match. Now it's one of those things where obviously you can pick a different character. And Mutant, he plays Dudley, he plays Urien, he plays Necro, and obviously Necro is his best character. Now with RKF, he also plays different characters as well. He's kind of like Mutant in the sense that like he has three separate characters he could pick, but it's hard to tell which one would be beneficial in the matchup versus Necro. So if I had to call something with RKF Urien versus Mutant XP Necro, uh, that'll definitely be a close one too. And personally, I think all these matches will be 3-2. Personally, I mean it's hard to tell because I mean Mutant has been practicing with me for a little bit, so he's definitely comfortable with certain things, and he's definitely comfortable in terms of execution. But uh, RKF apparently he's been playing as well, so when it comes to high level, I mean anything can happen, but you know it's hard to tell. So I personally think it's gonna be 3-2 somebody again. Right here. Um, that's only considering that if they pick their mains though. I mean, if they pick different characters, then it might be a different story. But who knows?
RKF uses Dudley, I'll body that shit.
He plays different characters. He plays
Okay.
Dudley. He plays Urien. He plays.
I'm gonna request that he uses Urien against me.
Okay. He.
He will, in all likelihood, honor my request.
Okay.
And we will probably play beforehand. Can they hear me? Probably can.
Yeah.
Some sick stuff right now.
Yeah, but how are you gonna do that? What is that? Oh. Oh, okay. Well, anyways, so no, I'm not saying that RKF is gonna lose all of his matches. I'm saying it's gonna be close. I'm not calling Mutant to win his match against RKF because he might not. But it could go either way. So in the RKF versus Frankie one, I'm personally going for Frankie because obviously, I want him to win. Now when it comes to RKF versus 5-star, I think I mean 5-star he's good in terms of offense. but he's never really played a urien. I mean, there's not really that many good urien players out there in Cali, is there? I mean, even back then there was only what, like Rockefeller,
Yeah, they had Amphi.
Emphy too. Yeah.
The thing is, okay, to be completely honest, I'm pretty confident with the Urien matchup
Mm.
because the people, my best friend used Urien,
Well, I don't
and
think
I'm
they can
pretty
hear
sure about. I'm pretty confident. But the thing is, I haven't played a lot of Uriens lately.
you. Mm-hmm.
I'm more used to using Urien.
Oh.
So it's I'm definitely going to be at a disadvantage in that regard
Mm-hmm.
because obviously RKF is playing, mad.
Yeah, he plays a whole bunch of matchups over there. Yeah. So when it comes to him RKF versus 5 star, that's gonna be a good one too. But I mean, basing it off of the fact that there's not that many good Urien players out there, uh, I think RKF is gonna win that one. So I mean, it's hard to tell, but personally, I think RKF will win that one. Just based off of that fact. So, um, yeah, I mean, that's basically it with these three. I mean, RKF. I mean, you guys don't know about him yet, but you will, and you will be surprised about what he's capable of. So, say something.
So, Stream Monsters, I'm going to try to test something out.
I don't think they can hear you.
Oh, yeah, that's right. So, I'm going to try to test something out, Stream Monsters. I'm going to go ahead and try and call somebody and see if they can hear us on the stream. And I think we're going to call Holdat because I want to know what he thinks about some of these matches. And so,
If this works, this is gonna be godlike,
yeah,
right?
it's going to be godlike. We're going to see if it works, though. So we're going to go ahead and see if...
Also, if you guys have any questions about the event, feel free to let us know in the chat. I mean,
yes, please.
we're here at your disposal, so don't be afraid to ask us questions about what you guys think, or how you think things will play out. So we're here for that. So let me.
Hello, Matt. Can you hear us?